Aha, got my camera working. Good afternoon. Currently 12:43, I guess, here in Ho Chi Minh City. Verity LW, afternoon. Must be about nearly 4 p.m. where you are, I'd imagine. I've got an arbitrary well done today. I'm going to try and get as many countries as I can in a row. I feel like I'm getting better. I think my record's about 17 at the moment, so I will give it a crack. Try and get to 20 in the next couple of hours. Let's get straight in. Hopefully the internet's working. I didn't check. Seems to be working, so this is an easy one. To start off with, Iceland. Should I reach and guess this? I don't know, there's hills and such. Multitasking, working and watching. I do that a bit. At the moment I'm kind of, oh gosh, went south and it was fairly north there. 4,500 points. At the moment I kind of listen to stuff while looking after the baby. It's difficult to like watch anything at the moment because I'm supposed to watch the baby, I guess. It's the primary focus. This is an interesting bollard. I'm not familiar with it. I'm going to zoom out a bit here. Kind of yellow centre lines. Got these cabbage palms. I think that's what they're called. A whole bunch of those. Something off in the distance there. This guy looks like he's making a getaway. He looks a bit peeved that he got caught by the GeoGuessr car. He's probably also skiving off work. Not skiving off, but not fully focused on his work. It's really flat here. Got this mountain in the background. Yellow centre lines and white outsides, and then this bollard, which I'm not familiar with. I guess with the palms it might be kind of coastal here. Wonder about Mexico. I've not really seen anything like this in Mexico before, but it looks pretty dry. That's a water tower, I think. A skinny boy. Got this water tank on the top. I think that could be Mexican. I'm not up on water tanks. However, there's some directions here. This could be helpful. Petrolina. Vaquajada. Petrolina. Via motorbike? I'm not sure. This is Portugal. Not Portugal. Brazil, I think. I don't know where Petrolina is. Unless it's like a... like a petrol refinery or something like that. I think peixe, I think it's fish, so I think they're selling fish out of the back of a truck here. Not entirely sure on my Portuguese. And they've got foot veil. Just not 100% that this isn't Portugal. I think it shouldn't be. Gitarana Bar and Restaurant. I think it's got the town there, but I can't quite... It's kind of been cut off. I guess they did a road extension or something and cut off the sign. Lotus para Chacaras. I think that's a reais as well. Reais. What's the currency in Portugal? Doesn't ring a bell. kind of dry and coastal. What am I going to do here? Pedrias? Got some cows? No. Horses? No. Maybe llamas? I'm not too sure what they are. Possibly horses, I think. Maybe I should just drop this somewhere in Brazil. I haven't got much of an idea. Okay, catch you later, Verity. Have a good, happy Monday? I think it's Monday. Difficult to say. Ooh, that was a really good guess. 52 kilometres away, there's Petrolina. I didn't actually scan for it, but if I'd seen it, that would have been amazing. It's actually on the river here. I didn't really get the river vibe. It was the San Francisco River. Anyway, 4,863, streak of 2. Some amazing mountains here. The footbridge. Kind of looks Icelandic again, but could be Faroe Islands or can't recall what the Greenland looks like. Some bollards would be helpful for sure. Also, I don't know what Greenland bollards are, but I don't think this is taking me anywhere I want to go. The exposed rock, I don't know if that's Icelandic or not. Hopefully it's not New Zealand or something weird. It's kind of like a hobbit house here. We've hit the branches with the Google car, the camera. What am I going to do? It's kind of a leak here. I think this is like a northern house looking thing. It shouldn't be Argentina or anything like that. I've got 8 minutes, but I don't know that it's going to take me anywhere good. I'll try fast travel, see what happens. No. Oh, could it be Iceland again? That would be really odd. Svalbard. Whatever I choose here, it's going to be the wrong one. I think I'll just drop it in Iceland and see what happens. Oof. Yikes, that was Lesotho. Lesotho? Not too sure. So that killed my streak at 2. So far not going great. 11 points for that one, for 11,286 kilometres away. Just going to update the chat so that this chat's not disappearing quite so quickly. Analytics, supply commands. I don't actually know how to do that. Here we go. Can I save that? Possibly. Unclear. Hopefully that does something anyway. Jump into the next one. Because I'm not always across the chat. When a message comes up, I get focused. Or distracted, depending on... Cafe Industria. Should go this way, it looks like it's got some signs. Let's double check this crossing. 5. It's got the long-legged guy. I don't recall where the long-legged fellow is. can't make out this sign either. Would kind of be handy. Some kind of sports complex, I think. Arte di Famiglia San Marino? It could be San Marino. I think I got an Italian vibe here, but San Marino, I might even be able to where do they put it? I've forgotten where San Marino is. Oh no, here it is. So, not Italy per se, but I guess it's... If they had an art museum, or whatever that is, it should be around the centre somewhere, I think. Antica Colombiana. That's interesting. It's got a gallery, an art gallery, I guess. Pizzeria. State Museum. It's probably somewhere around here. Criminology Museum, that would be interesting. For San Marino, I'm not sure how much criminology they have. Should I get a street name? I think it's going to be good points anyway, so I'll just drop it here. Maybe it's up here. I'm going to drop it here. Ooh, it's by the river. I didn't really look around too much. Self-service camps group. I don't know what that's about. Didn't actually show on the map by the looks. There's Cafe dell'Industria. But whatever that Arte de Familia was, it's not showing. Luckily I didn't scan for it too much, 2.8 kilometres away. Very nice. This kilometre marker, which I'm not familiar with. No overtakings, really wide yellows with a white dashed middle. I think this is, could be Uruguay. Yeah, it is. So I can probably pick this up pretty easily. It's on the 27 with a turning to the 28 in Uruguay. As much as I hate scanning for roads, Uruguay is small enough where I should be able to find it. Oh my gosh, they got a huge number. Here's the 38. Here's the 26. What did I want? The 27 and the 28, I think. 27 and 28. Surely it's nearby the 26 somewhere. 25. 31, 27, 28. Here we go. And the 28's going off this way, which is kind of west. And where did I start out? So, is this the 28 here? Whoops, went too far. Yeah. The 28's out west. And we're right on the intersection with the 28. So 27, 28 out west at the intersection. Bam! 5k, 7 metres away. Good old Uruguay. 19,402 to start out with. Something let me down there. A second Iceland guess for Lesotho brought me 11 points. Without that, if I'd guessed in Lesotho, that would have been like a 24k. Amazing. Anyway, moving on. Just want to check out this. Whoops, wrong way. Figure in the distance here. Like a babushka with a stroller. They're rugged up. It's probably pretty cold. I wonder how far they are from home. It's not the ideal stroller path. White outside lines and a little bit of a shoulder for the stroller. Let's see where they are coming from. Maybe this house up here. Maybe they're visiting friends, I guess. Lhotsky Potok, in brackets RA. Moses Ravuka. Doesn't ring any bells. There's this ram with a couple of saws and an axe. I fear for the ram's future. There's this thing. It kind of looks like a water pipe or something, rather than a bollard. It's like Croatia or something. I'm not sure about that language. Got a playground here to review. Don't know what this is. Picnic area, maybe a barbecue. A sand pit. I haven't seen a sand pit in a long time. With seats. That's very flash. What am I on? A country streak of 2. Let's try and make out the language. I don't really know what to make of it. I feel like I'm slowly getting better at languages in Europe, but not 100%. I think this is a barbecue. Don't see any kids. They're all looking around for the kid that escaped down the road there, I think. So, I think that's got a blue strip. Here's some flags. Again, not a specialty. Got a lot of these. Well, a couple at least. It's a map of the area. It's actually like a Osnami. It's the European Union flag, I think. Actually, I hadn't noticed before any languages with the dash above the Y. Could be Slovakia. Could it be? Maybe. I think it could be. Osnami. Slovenia? If I had a bollard, that would help. I thought Slovakia here. I always get Slovenia wrong. Oh, Yanch, how are you doing today? Managed to catch the stream again. I think you're trying to bait me into Slovenia. Should I travel for a bollard? I've got 5 minutes, maybe. So my thinking is Slovakia. No bollards. This fence is nothing. Not sure about the mountains either. I'm going to drop it in Slovakia, and 10 points to you if it's Slovenia. Aha. Yeah. So I think with the... I actually did a cut down European letter chart. Here, I think. Open this one. Slovenian bollard is, hang on, first of all, Slovakia has A with a double dot, and then it has these characters with the dash forward, which I think is what we saw there. Where is it? Slovakia. The L with the forward dash. But the bollard of Slovenia is... I failed on it so many times that I want to get it right. is this one. So it's got a black cap, quite wide, with this reflector. Kind of similar to a lot of others, unfortunately, but that wasn't too bad. Maybe I'll make the screen bigger. There we go. Max out the screen. So what's my streak of 3? That was a good one. I feel like a month ago I wouldn't have overruled Slovenia there. So maybe I'm improving. On a good day. Here we go, I wasn't thinking this. Ah dear, for language. It's Cambodian or Laos? I think Cambodia gets quite red soils in places. He's riding on the right hand side, which is good for both. I think only Thailand's on the left in that part of Asia. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it's good for Cambodia. And then where is the red soil? I thought over here. Maybe over here. It's quite jungly, isn't it? Kind of curious what this road's connecting, because it's pretty remote, quite dusty. And I've got these 4 chums. Maybe it's logging or something like that. That's a cool vehicle. Got the old tractor engine, I think, hooked up to like a handmade wooden cart. Very cool. I think somewhere in Cambodia. Or maybe I'll go here. Ooh, wow. Nice guess. So they're going from they're going between Tum-Ar and Ban Traping Sva. And they're about midway. I didn't mean to open that. Why? I always do that. Okay, streak of 4, 14 to go. Now I'm done. I've had like a couple of great guesses today. And I was kind of doing some practice off stream yesterday and today. I had 2 Australia rounds that just happened to be right in front of a sign. I managed a 5k Australia, which is remarkable. This is like a Russian crossing. Red soil River Delta meta confirmed. Yeah, I didn't know there's red soil over here, but oops, that's Thailand. I think there's some over here as well though, so possibly in these lusher areas. This is like a Russian or Ukrainian crossing. The road's quality is really good, which would tend towards Russia. Although Russia, they normally have like fluoro yellow in the crossing as well, I think. It's a pretty standard bus stop. They've got a bin of sorts. There's water out in the background there too. In terms of the seating, they haven't utilised it 100%. People are using it as a billboard, which is nice. I'll give that a 4.5. They have a bus with 4 windows, which I think they have that in Lithuania, and they also have a similar crossing to this. This is something, I think over the pandemic, in Melbourne, people started planting out the roadsides, which is really nice. Here we go. What's this? This I'm not familiar with. It's a really odd pole. Yeah, I think I'm going to do something crazy here and go Lithuania or something. Completely blow up my streak of 4. under the plate. Maybe this is just Russia. It's like Dutch country. Not sure about these hashes either. Surely Lithuania doesn't have Cyrillic, so that's an indicator. I think that should be fine for it, right? Russia. Whereabouts? It does look kind of odd, so I'm wondering if it's down here. I'll give that nearby Krasnodar. North-ish, south-ish. On the M4? I don't think this is the M4, surely. Doesn't look like a major road. On the E50. Ooh, it was further north, just south of Moscow. But Russia, so that's good. Streak of 5. Gonna give me a freaking stroke here soon if they keep giving me rounds like this. That's not a double yellow outside line. It's a single but a little worn away. Look at this chevron. Black and white post. It's like a hand-painted chevron. This car, which is kind of annoying that shows up. I'm not familiar with it. It's kind of like a minaret for Turkey, but not too sure. It looks like got Arabic here. What about the plates? All red plates. Man, I feel like I had a yellow backplate. It's like Oman or something. I think yellow backplate's good for Oman. I'm not sure about the red plates. Maybe I had red plates yesterday. And bottled it. What else would I know for Oman? It would be nothing. I know they've got like cities like the Medina, really close buildings, very narrow roads. What's this? I guess you call for service. Yellow plates, so I think I'm going to have to go Oman. Somewhere in mountain country. Oh my gosh. Not a great plonk for Oman because it's a small place, but extend the streak to 6. Things are happening. I'm feeling good. Spain. Let's check the chevrons. Check the reflectors on the... there are no reflectors. Here's a yellow one. I think this is Spain, based on the chevrons and the reflectors. It's a very green Spain, if it is Spain. And we've got the road number. LUP5201. The chances of locating that is infinitesimally small. Do they have blue? They do have blue. LUP. I don't know the logic to their road numbering systems here. If I found an LU, I'd be happy just to plonk it somewhere there. Where am I at the moment? Still a fair bit to go to scan. So A roads. There's an O up here, and AS. Kind of committed myself to Spain here. GJ. So it's probably nearby a large town, starting with LU. None spring to mind. Just scanning for a town beginning with LU. Lugo, here we go. Got A roads. No LUs. Maybe I should travel some more and see if I can get a better sign with a town name. Coming into town here, this should be handy. I think they've... Tria Castella. Not familiar with it. This is a really minor road by the looks. I think this deer's fairly unique to Spain as well. Gilfrey. One thing that really boggled me was yesterday I had 2 Spain rounds here, which is like devilish. It kind of annoyed me. I don't think this is that area. I don't see Gilfrey. It seems like a small place. Problem is, whenever I give up on scanning, it turns out to be really obvious a lot of times. It's RMs, APs, GRs. I am not going to scan for another 6 minutes. What's it look like? Kind of hilly. Don't really see any water around. Quite green. Let's drop it nearby Cordoba. Or should I... hang on. No, that's not the place. I think I'll just drop it here. Oof. It was Lugo. I gave up too soon. I didn't zoom in enough. Accidentally opened the map again. And that's annoying because I did find Lugo. I should have at least gone near Lugo on the hunch that it was that. Not to worry. 21,605, still a pretty good score. This... oh my gosh, this is the 3rd time I've come across this chubby arrow. How do I not recall where it's... Is it Guatemala? Driving right. I'm sure it's Spanish speaking. I want to see some poles. See some painted poles. Is it Panama or Guatemala or something like that? Mexico. Really? Good reading. Mexico on the 70. I really maybe they do go into Guatemala as well. So now I'm scanning for the 70. Here's the 70D. And here's the 70. Very nice. Kilometer 60, I'm not sure. I guess we're heading towards St. Luis Potosi. It's very definitely the 70. We're on a bend, and here's La Mojonera. Let's hope 70 doesn't go out the other side. I don't think so. I think it terminates here. So I just need La Homonera. And then I'm good. San Francisco. Somebody's very windy by the looks. And then it turns, I think, does it terminate there? No, it keeps going. How far is this road? Is that the 70 still? It is. Oh my gosh. The sweet orange. La naranja dulce. Oh, this is tragic. It's a tragically long road. These are kind of La's around here. So the 70D is here. I didn't see La Homonera. Is it Homonera? Mahonera. La Mojonera. I think I'm just going to plonk this somewhere on the 70. Let's have a look around the corner. I was lucky just to get Mexico and the road number, so hopefully it's the only 70 in Mexico, otherwise it's going to be problematic. GeoGuessr. I don't know what that is. No Hornar. No El Horno is oven. I don't know if that's what it refers to there. No, I'm just going to drop this on the 70 somewhere. About 60 kilometers from San Luis Potosi. It's got a... Pretty sure the sign had an H, and this has got a J. Same pronunciation, I think. Mojonera and Mojonera. 75 kilometers away. Pretty lucky get there. Just checking. Tried to reset these disappearing messages, but I don't think it worked, so they're still disappearing. So, ooh, that's interesting. It's like a yellow backplate. It could be a commercial vehicle. If this is Spanish on this sign here, then I guess we'd be talking about Colombia. Oh, the sign's disappeared. That's annoying. It's like a no-through road or something. Like they've temporarily closed the road and now they've reopened it again. So, I guess we'll follow this van. Difficult to say. I think this is an unsealed road. Got hikers. I don't know. There was a time when you wouldn't just hike through the bush in Colombia. You might come across something that look like twitches, actually, like bird watchers maybe. I think that's a yellow backplate on the motorbike. Yeah, this could be good for Colombia. These are probably tourists, I guess. I'm not sure if they're domestic or foreign tourists. Possibly Americans. Would Americans go to Colombia though? That seems a bit... I get the feeling like older American tourists are a bit risk averse. Hello. No. Sri Lanka? Not sure about the yellow backplate. The motorbike and the car had a little yellow backplate. This could be Sri Lanka. I hope it's not just India somewhere. Is that more likely though? More likely to have tourists in India or Sri Lanka? Depends what they're up to. I got the impression they're kind of looking at something, like it might be birds, but a concrete road maybe? There's no typical power poles or anything like that because we're quite remote. Let's check this out. Aero Queen. Doesn't really tell me much. Not sure about India with the backplates. I'm not going to go Madagascar, that would be a tragedy. I think I'll plonk the middle of Sri Lanka. Streak of 8. Oh, nice. So what was that? It was a lake. Nearby Sam's Cafe. Just in a reservoir. Nearby a resort. I guess there's some kind of tourist attraction there. Tonka Ready Mix. I don't think that's it. They've got night camping and all sorts of things around there. And an ancient monastery. Streak of 9. It's coming along. Driving... interesting. I see a little red on that plate. Driving right. It's probably Albania. This bollard. Hopefully that's non-typical because that's not Albania. So what am I thinking here? I think the red on the plate, I just should double check that with another vehicle. Here's another vehicle. Doesn't really have red on the plate here. This one, it really does appear to. This one does not appear to. What about the back plate? Kind of all green. I think these are olive... No, they're not olive bushes. It's blue on the left. That's discouraging because the other option would be blue on both sides. That one kind of looks Argentinian with black. That could be blue on both sides. I think I've kind of convinced myself of Argentina here, but it could be... Have I seen language yet? I haven't, I don't think. If there was Arabic, that would change everything. And then where would I go? Got this donkey, or mule maybe? I think I've got to find some language. I think this is probably somewhere Arabic. Like Tunisia. That's probably a better guess. Got prickly pears. Probably based on that architecture, I think Tunisia is probably a better guess here. I think they'd also have red on the plates. I'm not... I think that's Arabic on there too. It is. Like Mansir or something it said on there. I hope I'm not going to screw this up. I'm on 9 streak. Mardia? Yes, it is. We're 20 kilometres from Mardia. Doesn't really matter where we are. What? May as well try and get it on the right road. So I'm going east-west. Yeah, okay. Is there an intersection down here? Probably. I'll just drop it here. Wow. I had the right road. I didn't quite read the streets correctly. There's a bend. I should have worked that out. Streak of 10, 13 kilometres. So this is Taiwan, maybe? Driving on the right. I think that's fine for Taiwan. What is this? It's like a sunfish on the shop here. Oh, they've changed the shop front. That's annoying. I'm sure they had a sunfish there before. I have never eaten sunfish. It doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm spending that much time on it. This seems a bit rural. Here. I think that's a sunfish. It's probably a seafood restaurant, but the cow pattern helmet. I wasn't aware of people ate sunfish. Probably the phone area code is a giveaway for region, but it's Taiwan. It should be pretty good points, and I'm not too concerned about points anyway. I hope it's not Hong Kong or something weird. Whoosh. Okay. It's kind of coastal, which is probably why they had a seafood restaurant, but seafood shop. I'm not sure what you call it. Streak of 11. Now, any mountains nearby? Not really. It's got snow coverage. Looks a bit windy based on this tree. Gonna need a little assistance here, like a yurt or doesn't look. It looks kind of blue on each side, but I don't think it's. Oh, hadn't suddenly changed the season. Very nice. There's dramatic changes from winter to. I guess this is like spring. The leaves look quite new and fresh. The bottom of the trees are painted here, but surely this is an old Russian car. It looks like they've given it a repaint, and they haven't taped over the grill or anything. They just painted straight over the top. These tile roofs are a bit of a worry. It's an Audi. A taxi here. Cyrillic. Don't know how helpful that is. Say the road quality is fair. I think this is probably a 50-50 between Russia and Ukraine. It's like a political poster which seems a bit optimistic in Russia. This road quality is shocking. Got a vineyard as well, which is kind of interesting. A small vineyard. A bunch of vines, I guess. This car probably won't travel again. Intercooler turbo. I can see the intercooler turbo through the window. It's always a bad sign. Not sure about this black and white painted curb either. Hello. Got a bus shelter. So this is not a typical Ukrainian one. It does have a bin, which I guess is more likely in Ukraine than Russia. It's got a good utilisation of the space for seating. There could be a timetable here, it's difficult to say. It's a particularly hideous shade of green, but I like it, and combined with the red and yellow is very striking. I'll give that one 6. 6 points. Here we go. So they've got, this is concerning. I think this is the EU. And this is written in English. I can't quite make out what it says, but got this dome church here. It's not a Russian cross on it. This has changed my mind completely. do. I'm really at a loss here. Tiled roofs. Maybe I should have travelled further. Try to see a sign. Hopefully it's not Bulgaria or something like that. Don't know if it... Is it chunky poles? Could be Bulgaria. Normally you'd have dual language. They did have English on the sign there. Here's something. What happened to the directional sign? I'm sure it had one here. Here. Yeah, it is Bulgaria. Wow. Near Pleven. I don't know Pleven, but here's Pleven here. Oh my gosh. So Pleven's kind of south, I guess. So it could be up here nearby the border with Romania. I hope it's not in Romania. No, it shouldn't be with the signage. We're probably on the 34, maybe. Probably confirm that, but it's a toll road. Vignette. It's an odd thing to read. And Pleven's this way. Kind of south. Which one's more likely to be a toll road? I didn't see a convenience store or a fishing pond, but oh, there's a bunch of fishing ponds. They've got that kind of thing in Japan as well. You go along and hire a rod and reel and go fishing. I wanted to do it one time, but I was a bit lazy because it's on the outskirts of Tokyo. Wow. Okay. That was pretty nice. I could have done better there for sure, but that was a lucky escape. I was definitely going to go Ukraine there. Until I saw that poll and the English written there. 24212, that's amazing. The GeoGuessr gods are smiling on me. So far, what was round 2? Sri Lanka. That was okay. I'm not unhappy about any of those rounds. Kind of easy, but actually... Okay, I didn't have Russia in there. Yeah, there was a lot of reading to do, which gave away a lot of the locations. So, still, you take the good with the bad. And that was basically pretty good. And now, I think we're in Uruguay. It's not 100% a Uruguayan wooden pole. There are cows though, and that's always a good sign for Uruguay. It's pretty flat. I think I'm just going to drop it there. This is a small enough country. What are we going? So kind of like, difficult to say, east, west, north, south, something or other. Probably the middle, that would be fine. Somewhere flat. This is pretty flat here. But there's no roads by the looks. Like that. In El Toboso region. So it was south of Young, nearby Sanchez Grande, and a school nearby. I wish I'd travelled further and seen the school. So that's 4687. So what's my streak now? 13. Outrageous. Okay. Let's check out I can't really call this a bus shelter. They've got a bin, that's good. And a seat. And a bus sign. I think is that 2 bus signs or it's just doubled up? Yeah, just doubled up. Looks a bit splintery. It's nice that they made some effort. I'll give that a 2.5. And here's the other side. Ooh, the seat needs a little repair by the looks. Give that one a 2. So we're in bus service territory. Really pale road. I'm not sure actually what they're growing here. As always, I want to go to Romania when I see a roof like that. I don't know if that's ever paid off. What about the bin? Is the bin anything? Bins could be so useful, but it's often very difficult to. Stickless. Can't make out what it says underneath stickless, but that wasn't helpful. This I have seen, like these huge birds' nests. Oh, here's the bird. I haven't seen the bird before. This is exciting. I'd expected something bigger. Kind of need those twitches from Sri Lanka to help out with the identification here. Actually, I have got a bird poster behind me. A dual language English and Vietnamese. I don't see it on there. Actually, that would be kind of telling. If you knew, what's that, a flag? If you knew birds. Ooh, it's like a knight on a white horse on a red background. I don't think that's a country specific one. Kind of. I feel like Croatia has a lot of that imagery. What about the poles? I forgot to look at the poles. No holy poles. I think this is going to be the end of my streak at 13. These A-frame poles. I don't know about that pole top. So I had thought Romania, but I don't know about that horsey on the sign, and I don't know about this very thin red. Yeah, that's what I need, is some language, no doubt. It's got this U. Pivus Uni. That's where we came from. That could not be Turkish, surely. That U kind of looks Turkish. The blue signage, I'm not sure. And this S, I don't think so. Gosh, Serbia. Serbia is on there. So my initial thought was Croatia. Just not sure about the U with the dash across the top. And that U. So what are the options? Don't think it's Hungary because there's no holy pole. I don't think it's Montenegro because you'd have dual language on the sign, I would think. They got a weird D here, which is not represented on. How about the U's? Kip, no. So the S is consistent. Crickle? No. This is concerning. Because the U does look Turkish, but it can't be. What about... What else have we got here? Got this bus stop. It's got 4 windows on the bus. Kind of like Lithuania or Estonia. Surely it couldn't be Estonia. Estonia does have some interesting language things, but I'm not sure about that C and that U. I don't see it about. This is kind of cheating, but what about Latvia? I think it's Latvia. Here's the U here. I don't see the C, but wow, that was a bit of cheating. Pivasiunaya. The pronunciation's pretty bad there. Don't see it about. I'm pretty sure we're in Latvia here. I'll just plonk it middle. It's Lithuania. That's the end of my streak at 13. Let me check the European cheat sheet. Where's that U? It's northern, here we go. It's only Lithuania. Oh, I kind of knew that too. Because Lithuania has the E as well. It's kind of got like a little, I kind of think like a little L on the bottom. That's so disappointing. Because I had learnt that and I'd forgotten it. Life is hard sometimes. That was an easy get and I missed it. So what are you going to do? Cry, I think. I might cry. That was a really good run. I was pretty happy with that. And I showed a little knowledge, which is sometimes the case. There was a lot of reading as well, unfortunately. Linden Transport, so I guess this is like the US or Canada. I'd kind of lean towards the US here. That's Alaska. I was just doing a little practice before. Earlier today, I had some free time. And I got that. I don't know, it's not the only Alaska round I've ever had, but probably one of the only 3 I've ever had. I'm not sure about bollards or anything. And I completely missed it. I think I went with Canada. But this definitely, I should probably just drop it in Alaska. I've only got a streak of 0. The one I had before was nearby Denali National Park. Not too far from there, east-west. There's a bunch of mountains here, so that kind of reminds me of the same kind of area. There aren't a huge number of roads, though, in Alaska by the looks. Here. I think the mountains are a bit far for here. Here. Is there a river? Could be. There's too many pines to tell. Oh, it wasn't. It was the opposite. It was Canada and not Alaska. Streak of 0 continues. Honestly. HL. This is like a bear at night time. Got the little moon and a big star there. Ulika. It means street, but I forget what language in. It's like Czech or Slovak, surely. Helovna. The kids bundled up. Everyone's kind of bundled up. Seems like it kind of cool weather. We've got beer here, so we might be nearby Pilsen. Actually, I did the daily challenge on GeoGuessr today and found it. There was a Czech round, and I was hesitating to go on Pilsen and switched off it to Brno, and it turned out to be Pilsen for the first time ever. Beer country. So let's just have a look here. I don't definitely know that this is Czechia or Slovakia. There seems to be a lot of different beer brands though, which I'd definitely check out. Some modification on the car here. It's kind of interesting. Hello. Here's a bus shelter. I think. It's got no seat, which is tragic, but it does have a bin. It's a chubby pole. I think this is fake tiling on the roof. And it looks like it's a little structurally unsound, like the water's gotten in and there's a bit of a droop in the roof. The rest is good. It's like poured concrete or something. A nice shade of peach, reddish, peachish pink. I'll give that 5 until that roof caves in completely, and then I'll have to deduct some points. No seat is a big... Hello, they're prepared for winter. They've got a little bit of firewood. So it's quite far from the equator. Like a military truck there. What about this? It's like a Spanish no hunting sign, but different colours. And here's a completely unblurred number plate. Backward E. It's probably a 3, to be fair. I don't know about the BB or anything. You rarely see unblurred plates, so... It does show the European strip though, so that's kind of interesting. Ooh, that actually has like an SK, I think. It does. I think this is Slovakia based on that. What a shame. It's a public announcement system. I didn't really get the impression that that was a European thing, but I guess so. I thought mostly in Asia, for like tsunamis and such. And Middle East call to prayer kind of. This is a very cold place by the looks. So maybe is it mountainous? I don't know how I would get Slovakia if it wasn't. Here we go. What does that say? There's Poland there. I don't know what that's trying to indicate. It must be the local region, but I wouldn't have thought Poland would feature too heavily. It's just like wood stacked absolutely everywhere. I guess it's cold. Let's check for somewhere where it might get cold. I don't know, there's some mountains here. I don't think it actually looked that mountainous though. That's what I was trying to... We might be in Telgart. It didn't look too mountainous. Maybe they're in a valley. I guess that kind of gets cold. Oh well, I'll guess there. It was just central, right on Slovakia. So I did get a Czechia/Slovakia vibe, but I needed the SK on the slightly blurred SK on the car to nail it down. Car eyes, 5 kilometers. I have to trim this tree back at some point. A very bold yellow centerline here. Man, it is Curva Peligrosa, dangerous curves. Yeah. I don't know if this is Mexico or what. It's quite lush. I'd say it's lush. And quite dangerous curve-wise. Ponte Arenoso II. Here's something interesting. It's like a shrine. That kind of makes me think more Mexico. Basically all the signs are covered by foliage. So we've got a speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour, presumably. Holy moly. There's like a caution sign for a panther. I've never seen that before. There's a cool one the other day for cats. I've never seen a panther before. Could that be Mexico? I'm sure it's not. Spruticaba? What's the goat-eating animal? Spruticaba? I can't even remember. So I'm not sure if this would be Mexico with wild cats. Maybe. I know in Colombia they've got signs for mountain. That's the chubby arrow again, which turned out to be Mexico. There we go. So it is Mexico. So where was that chubby arrow? I can't even remember. It was somewhere around here. Just drop it there. And guess it was all the way on the coast. That makes sense. It was very lush. We were on the 200 near Mesa de Tiopa. Just wanted to check what the mountain data was. I did ask someone at the time when I saw a sign for mountain data. D-A-N-T-A. Not Santa. Oh, here we go. Tapir. Mountain Santa. I'm not sure what Mountain Santa is. Smallest tapir species is found in the Andes Mountains. Yeah, so I was on a bus in Colombia and saw a sign that says Zona de Danta Montaña or something like that. And then when I got to the other end, to my destination, I said, what the heck is a mountain danta? Turns out it was a tapir. 20,000 again. Having a pretty good day. Didn't see any tapirs though. It's the red writing on the sign, which could mean... Wait, I'm going to take that back. I was going to say New Zealand, but got these chunky middle yellows. The giveaways in New Zealand have red, which is a good differentiator from Australia because they're pretty much identical signs. But this is probably the US or something. It says stop, so that's encouraging. It's like speed limit, so it is the US. 55. I saw something interesting on Plonket the other day where I think I was just tentatively having a look to see if region guessing the US was like an easy learn, which I knew it wasn't, but if there are any easy pickups. And one of them is that I think the speed limit varies from state to state. This could be a national park. Wapakoma Campground. Here we go. Hopefully this is more telling. South Branch, Potomac River. Okay, I actually think I know this is, Potomac is, wait, I did know it and now I've forgotten. I looked it up the other day. Massachusetts? Uh-oh. I've forgotten where the Potomac is. There's the Hudson, that makes sense. Somewhere up here, surely. I thought it was Massachusetts or something like that. Haven't even got a river here, that's concerning. Wait. Okay, let's not panic. Hudson again. Wait. Far out. How did I once know where the Potomac is and then completely forget? So what was that highway? It was the 50 again. Maybe I'll have to track it down that way. Yeah, the 50 east-west. Surely it's somewhere around here. Oh, there's the King of Prussia. I've come across that before. So I think that there's the Delaware. There's a pub named the King of Prussia for some reason, I forget why. And they just named the town after it, if memory serves me correctly, which it rarely does. The 50 is a bit of a bad thing to scan for, A, because it's probably difficult to find, and B, because it probably changes from state to state. Delaware River in Philadelphia. Susquehanna River? I've not heard of that one before. How do I not know? Vexing. South Branch, Potomac River. Very discouraging. I need the state, otherwise I'm completely lost here. Adopt a highway. Litter control program, next 2 miles. Something Rotary Club. Something O-N-E-T. Now I can't read it from this angle. I want to say a swear word. Romney or something? I can't quite see. The mighty Potomac River. Where do they put it? It's so familiar to me, but public stream access. Here we go. West Virginia. Where do they put West Virginia? There's the Ohio River. Surely this can't be... Oh my gosh, there it is, Potomac. Thank you. I couldn't remember. It's coming into Washington. Okay. So where's the 50? Man, my face is red from just like embarrassment. Here's the 50. Is this the Potomac River? Not really. Shenandoah. Somewhere on the 50 anyway, in West Virginia. Welcome to Romney. It was Romney, home of the West Virginia School of the Deaf and the Blind. That's interesting. And then there's a whole bunch of things here, clubs I guess. The Potomac Center. The Lions, Rotary, a bunch of churches. It's kind of nice that they've got a summary of Romney. Welcome to Romney on the 50. How far is this 50? How big is Romney? Well, the 50 can't go too far because that's the edge of the United States here. So hopefully, I can just scan along here and get the Romney. The Romney? Just Romney. There's the 50 again. Stone Ridge, South Riding. I feel like it's probably going to be quite close to the water. Berries, Paris, not that one. Upperville, Middleburg. Romney looks like it's right on the 50 though. Boyce, College Park, Winchester. Oh my gosh. Woodchuck Heights. Zigo, Magic Mountain Farms, Hayfield. Are we still in the 50? We are. Gore. That's interesting. In terms of Romney's a political figure in the US, and so is Al Gore. I'm not sure if that's an association there. So this is the end of West Virginia, so you would think it's kind of somewhere here. Stony Hill Road. Oh my god, I'm just going to drop this on the 50 somewhere. Is it a divided road? It isn't. So it's somewhere where it's not divided. On the 50. It seems divided all the way. Except here. Got right at home here. Got Winchester. Roma Old Town Wood-Fired Pizza. Dunno. Kind of stuck. I guess here on the undivided part, but I don't think so. Must be nearby the river, surely. I just don't see it. Oh no, Shenandoah. I don't see it. Are we still in West Virginia? I think so. No. Was I even looking in West Virginia? Possibly not. Now I'm confused. Where? I think I was looking in the wrong area. What an idiot. Murphytown, Parkersburg, Washington. There's a Washington here and a Washington to the east. I think there's a few Salems about the place too. I'm not sure which. Nutter Fort, Wolf Summit. I don't know. This is in West Virginia, so that's fine. So I'll just click here. Oh, gosh. There's Romney. Great. Nearby Sunrise Summit. And South Branch Potomac River. I see. Wonderful. 156 kilometres away. That's frustrating. I'm frustrated myself. There's this pole. I don't know if it's a wee one. Can't really see anything on that plate there. I kind of guess Europe. I'm not sure about these mini poles though. How about the bin? Yeah, there appears to be a blue strip. This bin looks kind of typical of somewhere. Got a double concrete round pole. Someone out going shopping by the looks. They just pitched a tent in their front yard, probably for some teenager who won't leave home. Gotta live in the front yard. So this should be fairly obvious, but it's not obvious to me. Got a Fiat, which is a French car, I'm pretty sure. And these are actually, they're seriously walking. They've got their walking poles and such. No. It says Slovenska, which I've actually fallen into this trap before. Slovenska is Slovakia, not Slovenia. So I think we've got another Slovakia around. Just wanted to see this sign here. It's kind of interesting. Holy moly. Got some massive mountains behind. It's like a Viking shield with a sword. Hopefully they find their way home. I hope they're not heading up here. That would be... I think they're ill-equipped. Don't really see any Slovakia-specific characters there. And I wanted to read this here, but it's like a sign-up sheet for a walking path or something like that. I just can't tell what's going on there. Anyway, I think this is Slovakia. Somewhere nearby a huge mountain, pretty big mountain anyway. Maybe in the north here, that looks nice. Wait. Vysek Tati. No, it's Tatry. Oh well. How about there? Not too bad regionally. It's nearby the mountains. In Pribulina, nearby the 537. Got my streak back up to 4. Now, what's going on here? Driving right by the looks on a divided highway. Some pretty dramatic elevation behind. Actually, I wonder... Tocqueville and Hurricane. There's a Walmart truck. There must be like a million of those in the US. I'm guessing this is the US. Don't know what this this 17 is, what the shield is. It's like a little house, like a domed house. I don't know where Hurricane or Tocqueville are. I'm pretty sure it's the US here though. Somewhere like Wyoming or Colorado. I don't know what. Maybe Colorado wouldn't look like this. Possibly Wyoming wouldn't either. It's got the exit for the 27. And I think we were on the 17. I should double check that before I go scanning for anything. The 17 is an offshoot, I think. Kind of going north-south. Somewhere in the US, somewhere dry. If I'd been more diligent with my US, there's Bill, with my US region guessing research, then I'd probably know about that beehive plaque. It's got the 18, the 16 in Wyoming. I was kind of complaining before that I hadn't had any Wyoming rounds, but and this may not be a Wyoming round. It's kind of somewhere in this region though, surely. I could probably get the main road here if I travel a bit. Just want to get good enough to start doing NMPZ so I don't have to travel anymore. No 5k attempts, unless it's like really obvious. Just sit here. Sit and click. Sit, look and click. Maybe I should fast travel. Problem is the refresh rate on my screen's not great, so it's easy to miss something. There was something. Tocqueville, exit 27, that was got an RV resort. What else? Kind of want a highway number, which should be coming up, I think, here. It's a pretty major road. I guess, are they the Rockies? Speed limit 80. This is miles per hour. That's pretty fast. Here's some other place names. What have they got? Arby's, I think. Best day ever is actually McDonald's. What else? Maverick, 12 minutes ahead. Let's check out this a cool sign. It's got a digital readout of the temperature, I think. It's actually difficult to say what that is. Not entirely sure. So what was this? St. George, Mesquite and Las Vegas is 142. Still no road number, but Las Vegas South, 142. Hopefully it's that Las Vegas and not some other Las Vegas. So where do they put Las Vegas? Here. Exit 27, I don't really know. So we wanted hurricane and some big mountains. Isn't like the Grand Canyon nearby here somewhere? Don't really see any big mountains here. Jigs, Elko, Arthur, Orsino, Wells, Wild Horse, Jackpot. Jackpot just inside Nevada. High Rock Desert Canyon, Pronto, Awakening, Paradise Valley. Sounds idyllic. I don't know, somewhere here. I can't see Hurricane or any of the others. Ooh, it wasn't, it was actually in Utah. I guess I kind of, oh, there's Tocqueville and Hurricane. Nearby Virgin and Leeds, not that one, and Lavercan. Pintura, which is painting in Spanish. 425 kilometers away. So driving left here, it's like Singapore by the looks. Maybe not. Maybe Malaysia. It's got a toucan and it's like Indonesia or Malaysia, I'm not too sure which one actually. Probably Indonesia, I guess. I forget about the plates. I'm fairly certain they don't have toucans in either of those places, but I'm not sure. Actually, we're in a beach resort town. I can't quite read what it says, but it says park at your own risk, car park C, the management semi-beach resort or some beach resort. Just checking out the plates here. I forget what plates are Malaysian and which ones are Indonesian. Do they drive on different sides? I don't think so. The Philippines drives on the right. Here we go, Bahenti. So it's Malaysia. But is this mainland? Or is it in Sarawak? So it must be coastal anyway. So Semi-beach resort or something. So, kind of would need a pole or something to see if there's a black sticker on the pole. But this beach resort kind of area, I'm not sure that they'd actually show that. Damai. Proposed renovation and upgrading works for Damai Sarawak Economic Development Corporation. Perfect. In terms of where Damai is, I have no clue. Could probably scan the coast a little bit. For some reason, normally most of the Sarawak, I haven't had a huge number of Sarawak rounds, but they always seem to be in the north. Maybe that's the more touristy area or something. Maybe I'll just drop it somewhere here. I don't see Damai Beach Resort. Here's a beach. Is it? It's not Kadat, is it? No, Damai. Kadat Golf Resort. Kendai. 9 huts on a hill. I don't know. Is it somewhere on Sarawak anyway? All the way south, of course. That was a fair scan, I think. I'd have to have it zoomed right in to find that. I could have found some more information, I guess. I'm kind of lazy. Working on streaks, so as long as I got the country right, that's the main thing. And I did, even got Sarawak, so that's fine. Good reading skills. Oh my gosh. This is like a, I've seen this kind of thing before. Maybe on, what am I on? An outro. Well, this kind of looks like something, oh, interesting. It's Taiwan. It looks like they're building new territory, new land or something. I guess it's Taiwan. The sign went missing. I'd say so. It's got this pole with the black and orange stripes. And then Asian language. It's quite hazy in the distance there. It's not a very inspiring place. Maybe fish farms or something. Difficult to say. Just a little strip of man-made land. Don't know exactly where, but what are we on? A streak of 6. I hope this is not a bad guess here. It's like difficult to say. Could it be a reservoir? Not too sure. I think it's maybe it's coastal actually. Something like this. I don't know. Fish Harbour Market. No. It's kind of remote. It's not nearby anything by the looks. I don't know. Here? Okay, it was further south. That's kind of the idea. It's like some canals or man-made land or something. It doesn't actually say what this is. Oh, hang on, if I zoom in. There's a label on this building, but it won't stick. It keeps disappearing. Can't see what it is. Anyway, streak of 7, 21,471. Some really good scores today. Some very easy seeds, I guess. So, here's a place with a lot of palms spread out, naturally growing by the looks. And this abandoned, burned out car. So it's probably been stolen, I guess. It's not the loveliest place. Not the US, I wouldn't think. think driving right. Can't make out the language here just yet. Let's have a look at this covered van. Covered truck. I think it says fertilizer. That's not super handy. Driving right though, right? Yeah. Computer, typesetting, photocopy, wait and get. Passport. There's a passport office. It's a shopping complex. This is Lekker multi-purpose shopping complex. I wonder if this is Nigeria. Driving right. So it should be Ghana or Nigeria. Or not Senegal. I think you'd have more. Mole National Park. I've never seen that in Ghana before. I haven't really zoomed in on a lot of places before. Hang on. It's a French style pole. Portuguese style? Like Brazilian style. Not French style. This could not be Brazil, could it? It could be, maybe. Why would the English? That doesn't make sense. Pretty sure it's not Portugal. Oh man, it makes my brain tired. I think maybe another round after this one and then I'm going to have to take a little nap. So this is the Redeemed Christian Church of God. I think this has got to be Africa. Driving right. The pole's a bit of a interesting one. I think it must be... What about this mile marker? Safe journey. It says Lucky Tourism Office or something. Leaky or Lecky? Is it Senegal? With the poles, I would think maybe Senegal. Maybe south of the Gambia. Oh no, I'm going to screw this up. It's probably Ghana. How vexing. I'm just not too sure which one is which. All these palms. Just doesn't ring a bell. I think I'll go with Ghana. I'll go with Senegal. It was Nigeria. Oh my gosh, right near there's Lucky here. Right near Lagos. Man, I still have a lot to learn. Anyway, that was shocking. Now, next one. It's got a holy pole. It's a pretty chunky holy pole. So, probably Poland, Romania. Got a station wagon. Very cool. Or Hungary. For some reason it's never Hungary. The trees are painted at the base, so I guess Romania here. Some really... Oh, it's some geese, I think. I don't know the difference between ducks and geese, but these are chickens here. I do know chickens. I think probably geese. And a dog, there's a lot going on. It was a very short, stubby holy pole. And here's a little holy man. So I guess Romania here. The road quality is very poor. The poles and the trees are painted white at the base, and they're holy poles. I'm convinced. So is Romania here. It's not very mountainous, I wouldn't say. Maybe off in the distance there. We'll go a little way north. Could be... Wow, it was pretty close to the border with Hungary there. 4,500 points. This is interesting. A very DIY fence. Like Africa. We've come from this direction, but that doesn't really tell me which side of the road we're driving on. Oh, we can't go any further. Some kids gathering sticks for more fences, I guess. Got some goats, I think, off in the distance there. Have to go back the way we came. So definitely Africa, I think. These fences make me think of... Hello, the whole town's turned out to see the Google car by the looks. Or bar the Google car from driving down this road, maybe? Difficult to say what's going on. I think they're just checking it out. I don't think they're hostile to the Google car. Let's see the other side. Someone with a USA flag shirt. Ah, and that's all we get. I guess it's kind of Kenya or something. Could be Uganda. Not sure about these grass roofs, whether that could be Uganda. I wish we could go into the town, that would be cool. There's a horse here, and a bunch of goats, I think. Kind of like really tall cabbage palms as well, which is kind of unusual. I guess Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya. I'm going to go Uganda. Uganda? Unclear. Don't think it's near a lake or a river or anything like that. Let's try there. Oh my gosh, it was Senegal. After picking Senegal for Nigeria, it's a bit of a shock. Okay, wait. We were discussing Slovenia before. Pretty confident this is a Slovenia bollard. I was about to say Spain with this deer, but this is a much more athletic deer. Man, if this is Slovenia, I'll be so happy. I don't think I've ever guessed Slovenia correct before. Reykjavik. Where is Slovenia? I don't even know where it is. Here it is, nice and small too. Probably a little too big to scan for Reykjavik, but maybe I should just plonk it in there. Lead? I don't like the sound of that. Plonk it in there and guess before I overthink it. Oh yes, it's right on the border. Wow, first Slovenia guess correct. I kind of bailed on the scanning for Reykjavik. I didn't scan the edges. Still, 97 kilometers away. Can't be too far away in Slovenia. Does Slovenia have any unique characters? Let's have a look. Slovenia. Not really. It's very similar to Slovakia, which is why I sometimes have problems. So this round, what is it, 5 of 5. I've got time for one more after this. I wonder if I can zoom back a bit. So this says Puesto Fijo Alfabi. Distrito Vil Gobernador Gregores. Administration something, is that Valladolid? Possibly. can't quite read it, but this style of sign I should know by now, but Parque Nacional, Perito Moreno is 91. I think we've got some bollards here. That's probably, no, it's just some reflectors. I'm not sure if that said Valladolid, which it might do. We're on the 40. Got some huge mountains up the back there. Perito Moreno on the 40. I kind of thought Argentina here, but it could be Chile. Here's the 40. I think. Yeah. It may not be the 40. Perito, what about Rio Mayo? Rio Mayo could be a river, because Rio is river. Oh no, how long is this 40? El Hoyo, oh, it's miles long. It's like the longest road in Argentina. Brilliant. Rio Manso, that's not the right Rio. I'm looking for Rio Mayo. Surely it's a river though. If it's not a river, that would be... This is insane. How long is this road? Rio Negro. And it just keeps going. Oh my gosh. Rio Negro province. Here we go. Here we go. Rio Lime. That's no good. So the 40 just, now it turns around here and goes all the way up here. Very disappointing. This is so disappointing. I'm so annoyed. BJO, which I'm not sure what stands for, Rio Mayo or Perito Moreno. Looks like the 40 stretches the whole extent of Argentina. I'll go in nearby where it said the Rio Moreno. Wait, Rio Negro? Somewhere around here on the 40. I don't know where. Gosh. Surely it's the right country though, right? Now I've lost the 40. How inconvenient. Here it is. Maybe I'll just hedge somewhere about halfway up the road. Here. Bound to be miles away. There we go. 1,250 kilometres away. I'm sure I had the right road too. I just got a little lazy, I guess. Still, extend my streak. There's 13,000 there. Some poor guesses, especially in Africa. Extend my streak to 2, so that's wonderful. This will be the last game today. Got these black and white chevrons. No reflector on the guardrail, which is interesting. Got some signage here. Whoops. Interesting, I haven't had around here for a long time. So just drop it in, should be fairly good points. Extend my streak to 3. And ooh, I don't think this is the German bollard. It looks a lot like it though. Yellow front plates on the trucks. I think this is too angular to be the German bollard, but I'm not. They have them like Switzerland is similar. There's trash on the side of the road, surely not Germany. Yellow outside line by the looks. Divided road. Just want a place name here, it'd be great. I don't know, depending on what. Oh, I can't go any further. That's so weird on a highway like this. Maybe I should fast travel. That guardrail's interesting too, like a B type or something. I do not know about guardrails, so disregard that. Travelling. I should know the bollard by now, but all I think is it's not exactly the German one. Something similar. Huh? Is this twice? That would explain the yellow plates. Going north-south. That's weird. So, just drop it in here somewhere north-south. Surely this is correct, because how could it not be? Got a divided road, so it could be the 6. Yeah, that was kind of close, 4.7 kilometres away. Double Israels. Now I've got somewhere in a pine forest. Walk in the pine forest. And nothing much to go on so far. Hopefully I've headed off in the right direction, otherwise this could be problematic. Let's fast travel around about, see if something comes up. Okay, we've got to some buildings, and this is the walking the snail again. It's like Denmark. Is this a repeat round? It's like Belgium or Denmark. I can't recall which one. I thought Denmark. Let me just check. No, Sweden. That could have been not a repeat round. No, I think it was closer to the water, but walking the snail. Got to try and remember that. Possibly specific to Sweden. I remember last time it was a bike track. There was some bike track. Bike track number 7, nearby the water. I'm not sure if it was Sweden or Denmark. It's surely this kind of region anyway. Kind of good points for a terrible guess. I'm not sure if the last time it had snow cover either. It's a bit of a patchy road here. This is a bit unusual with the, it's like a concrete road with the lanes. So this kind of yellow centre lines, very narrow road. I wonder if this is Central America, like Puerto Rico or something. I cannot travel very fast. Let's try some fast travel and see what happens. Yeah, I think I've broken out of it now. Here we go. So it's Spanish. It's washing day. It looks like they've washed their whites. Is this a bus stop? Possibly. Yeah, it's got a little seat there and a tin roof. Some washing behind. Not much else. This could be Guatemala. poles are painted but not colourful like Guatemala. The pole bottoms are painted in, here we go, we're at a school, painted white. Official rural mixed school somewhere, Pavulos Annexa. This is Panama, or I'm just going to go Guatemala. It's got to be somewhere there, right? Yes, it was. Okay. The sign, the posts weren't painted typically Guatemalan, but okay, very good. And now on the left, yellow backplates. Is this Spanish here? Let's just double check. That crossing I've never seen before. It's like stretched man. He must be about 20 meters tall, I'd guess. I'd like to see the back actually. Oh, that is it double-sided? There's no Colombian cross on this. Oh, interesting. So this is like a Sri Lanka again. AD Lanka Constructions, is that bait? No, I don't think so. I think it's Sri Lanka, not Madagascar. I keep getting it. I don't get them confused, but it's kind of the same location, Sri Lanka to India, as Madagascar is to Africa. Plonk it in the middle there, 55 kilometres away, very nice. 2 Sri Lanka rounds, 2340. That's it, I've got to finish up now. Take the baby for a walk, hopefully, if the weather's nice. We both enjoy that. There's no one watching on Twitch, so I won't bother doing a raid, but if you're watching this on repeat, anyway, thanks for watching, keep in touch.